Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Iceland in Mario Brothers 3. In Mario Brothers Triple. Alright, so we're starting here in the snow world. Why am I okay? Why am I okay? Why am I actually okay, though? Because I'm just okay. Am I doing alright? No, I'm not! Man. I might be, like, a champion, I'm not really a champion. I'm just like the goofball. Oh, thank God. Man. I love video games. There we go. There it is. Okay, so that's one down, and also I do remember this world being, like, long-ish. So, we're just gonna take it this, like, one step at a time. Yeah, Mario 3 could basically fill out an entire, like, video game. That's, like, so many hours long. But, you know, we're typically almost done with the game, because, you know, as we all know, there are 8 worlds to a Mario. Except nowadays, where they can feel like they're like 6 or even 7 or possibly even 8. Maybe 9 on a good day. Maybe 9. Possibly 9 on a good day. But typically, there are just 8. Alright. Yeah. Wait. Nope, not take care of that. I don't want to, like, stress test it by, like, going all the way to the left and possibly dying. Now, is this a 1-up? It is. Cool. I need it. As if I didn't need any more lives, I mean. Yeah. I want to talk about audio equipment now. Yeah, that's just what I feel like talking about. I feel like talking about audio equipment. God, like, Mario 3 is just bringing out, like, the old nostalgia part of me where it's just like, yeah, this is the very first game that I ever Let's Played, so why not talk about my audio equipment? You know, my weapon of choice is the audio equipment. So, you know me, I always, like, try to strive for, like, the best audio quality possible. Before it was camera. Then, you know, I went ahead and went for the absolute cheapest option that you could possibly do. A Logitech USB headset. Because, you know, those were typically the bees of knees at the time. So, that's what everybody had. It was like the Logitech USB headset. And, you know, that was fun for like 2, maybe even 3 years. But then I realized, oh shit, maybe I should probably get like an actual microphone for a change. Maybe I want my audio quality to sound good. But of course, this was during the time where I barely had any money as it was, and really the only thing I could potentially rely on was bi-weekly cash. So, you know, I saved up my money. I would eventually get that condenser mic or whatever it is that I would use. And, you know, it's just like the rest is just history with the audio equipment. Yeah, the rest is history. Eventually, it just grew into more condenser microphones and even more condenser microphones. And now we live in 2025 where we finally have condenser mics on headsets, which is actually extremely perfect for me. Like, actually legit perfect for me. Because my posture is hell. Ooh, the hammer suit. Why couldn't this power-up come back, like, ever? I don't know why this didn't even come back. course, I'm going to use it later because, you know, I don't want to waste it. It's probably one of the few hammer suits in all of Mario 3. But typically with, yeah, we live in the year of 2025 where condenser mics on headsets are king. And yeah, they are king because my posture when sitting down recording stuff has never actually been better ever. It's just so good. It's just really good to actually just lie back on my office chair and just like, you know, sit back and relax while I just record things. You know, let my back settle down after a day of, you know, doing my IRL job and just like laying back and enjoying the show. Like, oh my god, man. It's just so good. Oh, is this the level? I think it is the level of all time. Yeah, it is. So, you definitely need the raccoon or tanuki for this one. Because what you're going to do here is you're going to need to fly all the way up a certain point in this level. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're going to fly up. And then you just let it loose. That's what you do. Also, like, listening to this now, like, in 2025 is like, this is like the absolute epitome of 16-bit sound effects. Where apparently every sound effect has to have, like, or rather, every song needs to, like, have, like, a little bit of a reverb effect. Like that. Like, listen to the way that Mario, like, jumps and collects coins. And listen to how the music is. Like the underground theme that we all know and kind of vibe with is. Like, this is just the epitome of how the 16-bit era was like. You know, you have these cool new 16-bit technology, and now all of a sudden you add like a reverb effect onto it, into the music. It's like, wow, I'm seeing a lot of pixelation or weirdness around the warp pipe edges. That's weird. Let's try it again. Yike. Yike. Die. Man, you gotta love to see it. Oh. 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 A. Nope. A. I gotta go for the flower again. I gotta go for the flower again. That's cool. That's so cool. Thankfully, I don't have to go anywhere near that hammer, bro, but I kind of wanna. Also, I wasted a leaf trying to do that, so... We're going hammer on this bitch. So, the hammer suit, I just lost it. Nice. So, the hammer suit gives you all the powers of a hammer, bro, that you clearly saw for only like 10 seconds. Yep. But now you'll see it for 20 seconds. Don't worry, I'll save this one. I don't feel like the pickaxe is really necessary unless you are just speedrunning the game. So we're just going to go over to 6-7 instead. Because that's typically what I do. Just go for the all levels run. Why? Because I ran into it, that's why. I mean, what else? What other reason is there? Oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. That was scary. Typically. Why do they go the opposite? Man. 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 And man. Oh god, not again. I mean, I can kill these guys, but like, I mean, I can, but I don't want to. Just like I will escape the guy. I typically will escape the dude. Oh, wait. Yeah, somehow if you have a fire flower, you can melt all these coins. But I don't have a fire flower. I never had one. It never existed. And also, thankfully, there are no more enemies on screen to, you know, kill me. Or, you know, to trap me into like a battle. Or something. But thankfully, there are all these swamps that can, like, kill me in these ice type situations. God, I keep using the word situation. Oh. Hello, Boo Diddley. Goodbye, Boo Diddley. See you later. I keep using the word situation even though I hate the word. Even though now I'm starting to realize that I hate the word, like, or rather the usage of the word situation to describe, like, you know, official YouTuber and Nintendo or video game drama. Just say the word drama. There's no situation involved. It's just like a drama. Like, it's like the word situation sounds more like it sounds more business-like more than anything else. It's like, okay, gang, we gotta, okay, gang, we gotta deal with this situation. It's like, what if the Scooby-Doo gang started using that as, what if the Scooby-Doo gang started using that, like, okay, gang, it's time to solve this situation. So go ahead, we're going to solve this situation with absolutely no repercussions to us because we're the good guys. And this officially counts as vigilantism. Us solving mysteries apparently is vigilantism. That's even a word. I didn't even know this was up here. Let's humor and see what's beyond. Oh wait, that's probably like a P-switch thing. That's the only bit of the level that you get to see. Look, I have the P-wing. I'm gonna use it. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if the Scooby-Doo gang were to, like, say, hey, we're gonna solve this situation. And I'm like, what? No. Just call it a mystery. Everyone is gonna think you're a weirdo for, like, saying the word situation. At least I think so. I ain't entirely sure myself. Does anyone also get recommended those videos where it's like, you know, blah, 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 company is in big danger. It's like, he's in trouble now. And I'm like, I don't care. You know, I'm playing on my good old Nintendo Switch 2. I'm fine. I'm fine living in my bubble. In my bubble where I can just finally, like, enjoy my video game life. Like I should be doing. It's like I can play video games and not think of them as, like, an effective business method at all. So that's crazy, right? That's crazy. I'm just saying, man, like, the Switch 2 is a pretty cool thing. But the company that made it is just the one that's being a butt for not allowing Switch 2 dev kits, apparently. Okay, you know what? Can I talk about the fact that, you know, I think I've grown to actually follow, like, video game news, like nobody's business out. Like, nobody's business. Like, I feel like I feel like in the years since, I've gone more of a newsman myself. In fact, even when I'm outside walking, I'm just like, could I cover, like, this week's news in, like, a roundup and officially call it, like, CNN? Except that name is copyrighted. I can't actually use it for, like, legal purposes. I can't use CNN because a CNN already exists. So I could call it, like, PNN, like Platinum News Network. It's the difference in a letter. It's a letter's difference. It's fine. That's how I'll do it. That's how we'll name this theoretical news channel called Platinum News Network, PNN, where I get to cover this week's news in, like, a gigantic roundup. And I'm just like the fun news guy, you know? Nice! So the theoretical news channel would be named PNN. PNN is all about having fun with, like, news. And then you find out that news is actually not fun when you discover that, you know, yet another Nintendo Switch 2 video game is using a game key card rather than a full physical cartridge. So that's not fun. It was never fun. And then you get to cover, like, the point of a big new game release that happens. Then I get to cover, like, video game news as a roundup. I'm just like, okay, so this video game released. And, you know, this is cool and everything. And I also get to cover, like, daily things like, okay, guys, this is a cool thing. Hollow Knight Silksong finally got a release date. And everybody is happy and blah, 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 blah. You know, that whole spiel and shtick. I don't have any more mushrooms. I guess I could use the cloud for once. So typically what that does, hi Montimol, is it basically protects you from enemies in the overworld, which I realize that's not even a power-up at all. That's just like a map screen thing. So I'm just like, whoops. Nah, it's okay. I got like 1 million more. Yeah, I could cover like news story. I could cover like gaming news stories. Good and bad gaming news stories. Ooh, that would be my whole deal. I'd be like the newsman. Typically, I always report news to a Discord server. So I'm just become the news. And then the news becomes me. Then somebody else can be the news. They've been inspired by my flair for reporting shit. If the sound gets grating, I apologize. I really needed the raccoon power up for some reason. You know, that's just my deal. How is anyone supposed to get up there? Jeez. I mean, unless it's not like P-Wing related. Yeah. Theoretically, that's what I would run. Alright, you're on a ball. I can take care. Oh, ooh. 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 3 balls. 3 balls. I can take care of you just fine. Crap. It doesn't matter. I beat the Lemmy or the Iggy. It's all good. It's all good. I did it. I did it. I did it. And that's what matters, because I did it. I did it. Yeah. That king looks weird.
Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here's a letter from the princess. From the princess. I get it from the princess.
Greetings. I am well. Please retrieve the magic whistle hidden in darkness at the end of the third world. Well, how do I go back to it? There's no going back. Next time on Mario 3, it's the pipe maze. Ooh. Ba ba ba. This music was always really trippy to me as a kid. Like you're going on a field trip. But now as an adult, you're just going on a regular old trip.